Hey guys, it's Tara.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie, and welcome back to
Talk More Print. Today, guys, we're going to talk about a little project that we've been a part of for a few years now. We do a bit of recruiting for our major.
Yep.
We kind of thought we'd tell you what we do, how we do it, and the evolution of our process.
Yeah, I want to say about 2 years this has kind of been going on. I think it started with Pat, our professor.
Yep.
Shout out Pat. And he was going to do a presentation at some school.
Yep.
I don't remember which one it was.
I don't either.
And he's like, hey, I think it'd be a really good idea to bring some students with me.
Yep.
And then things fell through, and he couldn't go, but he showed us his presentation he gave.
Yep.
And we were like, well, we could do better.
Yeah. It started out, well, we were freshmen at the time.
Yeah.
And so, shout out Liz, our favorite senior.
Yep.
We were kind of, I think it was my tech center. Because
I think so.
Liz was involved and I was involved because it was my tech center. And we were looking at the presentation and we were remembering when we were given that same presentation.
Yep.
And hey, I mean, it worked. I'm here.
You're here.
However, we figured that, we could probably update it because it's been the same presentation for a while.
Yep.
So we kind of took that upon ourselves. We were like, hey, Pat, what do you think about us kind of revamping your presentation here? And he was like, go for it. He was all for it. So we kind of started it, and we roped in Mackenzie to help make it pretty.
As you do.
Because she's really good at that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, so that kind of just took off. We made our new presentation, and we went and we did this test at my tech center that I attended, and it went pretty well. We learned
a lot.
A lot from that one, and they were like, you need to come back in October for our college day, because this was in the spring sometime.
Yeah.
So we ended up picking a date with them.
Yep.
They picked a date in October for their career day.
October 13th.
It was October 13th.
It was Friday the 13th.
It was a Friday the 13th. So, we were trying to make the best of our day, because if y'all don't know about Friday the 13th, I don't know. So we made a few edits to our presentation. We found out there were a few slides that we really didn't need.
Nope.
We wanted to add a couple things because there were a lot of questions the students had that were repeated. And so we just started adding slides to answer those questions, make sure we were hitting all their points.
Yeah, then the following semester, after the first May presentation, we obviously went back in October, which was really cool. And a lot of people were like, this is so much better. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of positive feedback.
We did. And then I reached out to my tech center teacher, and we presented in front of my tech center with all 3 of their classes and got to do it with them. And that, I don't think Pat had been there in a while.
No. Yeah, we just kind of took over this project. I mean, Pat's getting ready to retire. Is half retired already.
Yeah.
So I think he was ready for someone else to take that on. And we thought it would be better for the high school students to hear from us as college students who are going through it, someone who's closer to their age that they could relate to than, a professor who, it's been a while since he's been in those shoes.
Yeah.
Like, we know the places on campus to be. We know the off-campus places to be, so.
We know what professors you should take, professors you shouldn't take. I told people this a lot of time. If you're staying in one of the nicer halls, you got to get on that fast. You got to get fast on the parking.
Oh, for sure.
Because parking goes quick. So things like that, the professors aren't going to know.
Yep. And then seniors graduated.
Yep.
And it kind of became our project.
It did become our project.
And where do we go? Obviously, my tech center, which is in Holland, Michigan.
Yep.
We had KCTC.
Which is in Grand Rapids.
We've done... we
Bay
went
City.
to Bay City
We went to
this
Bay
year.
City.
That was new.
That was a new one. That one was really fun, too.
It was fun.
We had a good group there.
Yes. And then we also have students from Brighton High School.
Yep.
So we do there frequently. And Dexter High School.
Yep.
We've gone there a few times now. So we're trying to hit as many as we can with the resources that we have. I mean, time's limited. We can't take every weekend off work and do that, or classes even. We miss a lot of class for this.
Yeah, I would like to point out, like, we don't get paid for this. We aren't forced to do this. This is all volunteer-based. Me and Tara have really kind of headed it, and we have a really great group that we bring with us, and it's really grown, and it's really gotten, I think, so much better. And we have the proof to back it up that it works.
Yeah, I mean, our enrollment rates have just gone up.
Way up.
This past year, we've had, how many did we end up having
15.
come in? Yeah,
we had
15
come
freshmen. And for reference, our sophomore class this year was
4? I want to say 4.
Yeah. I mean, our class is pretty large, but we've had a lot of transfer students.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Mm-hmm.
But our senior class is also really small.
I think it's like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
Seeing 15 come in was really cool.
It was a really big deal.
It was.
And, like, we all talk about it, like, the Ferris is the last of its kind in Michigan, and it's a really cool thing, and we try and push what we can, because we tell them all of the amazing things. Like, we have our 3 big hitters at the end. We have, that really set us apart. We have our scholarships. I mean, a lot of you, if you haven't heard, we got the Ann Arbor Endowment in 2023, which was $1.75 million donated to our program.
And Ferris matched $1 million of it for scholarships.
So we have $2 million in scholarships, and then the other $750,000 we're using for equipment and anything else that we may need for learning. So, like, that one's huge.
Yep.
Our connections, our outside connections with, like, GMA, Print United, 𝐏𝐿, like, all of these big connections are really great networking opportunities that not a lot of students have either.
Yep. And that's just, we love our program so much. Like, I'm so passionate about this recruiting because I love sharing that we're here.
Yep.
People don't know about us. They don't know that our industry is as large as it is.
Nope.
I mean, I didn't when I was in their shoes.
Oh,
I had no idea.
No clue.
Until I got here.
Yep.
And so this was always something that's been really important to me. So this project that we've been a part of has been really a great ride. And it's changed a lot from where we started to where we are now. This year our presentation changed again.
Yes, it did, as it does.
Always improving. We realized that, it's not a very engaging presentation.
Yep.
I mean, we talk at you. We try to get people to ask questions, but sometimes people are too scared, and so we were like, what can we do to break the ice and get people engaged? And so we came up with the idea of doing a game.
Yeah, so I started looking up classroom games, or, all the things that you look up and you're like, what should we play? And I came across a Family Feud presentation, and I go, that's perfect.
Absolutely. So we have, Ferris/printer-themed Family Feud that we play with them.
Yep.
The first one is more of like we have 3 questions?
Yep.
3 questions.
Yep.
And the first one is just like
a Ferris question.
It's just a generic Ferris question to get people used to the game.
Yep.
And then we break out the printer questions.
Yep. No, I think it's really fun, and a lot of groups will get really into it. And especially when you say there's a prize.
Obviously we have prizes.
You always got to have a prize, guys. We've learned that one.
We're also pretty generous with candy.
Yes, we have learned if it's really early in the morning, especially for the early morning groups, to bring a bucket of candy and say, who needs some candy while we talk?
Yep. Gets them woken up. Maybe a little bit of a sugar rush.
Maybe a sugar buzz.
It works.
It's fine. It works.
Yeah, and so we'll find a bunch of little things to use for prizes. I mean, we've done fidget toys, stickers. We make t-shirts also for the
Yep.
winners of like a participation award. We
Yep.
hand it out for the ones who are actively engaging or asking questions, and those t-shirts are obviously made, printed by us, and
Obviously.
shout out Faith.
Yep.
She is an amazing designer, and she made us a t-shirt box to put them in. So the student gets to bring home a box with all of our information on it,
Yep.
along with the t-shirt inside.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some fun prizes for them, and the game seems to always go over well. I mean, we've had teachers reach out and are like, hey, my students loved it, please come back. So that's been really validating too, is we're doing all this work and it's been working.
The other big thing is, like, we're building really good connections, because a lot of times the students that are, like, really worried about going to college or have a lot of questions or are really interested will come up to us after the presentation and be like, hey, this is my situation, what's your advice?
Yeah, and we kind of just hang out, we talk. Sometimes it's not even about the presentation or Ferris, like, and that's been great too. We just have fun with these kids before they go on to their next class or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's been really fun. It's also been cool because we've been doing this for a few years now, and there have been students, we recognize them, and they recognize us.
Yep.
So that's also been really cool. And then they're like, hey, I'm coming to Ferris next year, and we're like, see you in the fall.
Yeah.
So that's really fun.
No, and we're always open to help them with whatever they need. We bring our cards with us for our numbers. If they need anything, we give them our email.
Yep.
But it's really been a really fun ride, and it's really grown. We've really found a lot of improvement. We're looking at, I believe, 21 admitted students currently, and our entire prospective list is between 80 and 90, which is a big jump.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's a huge jump. Well, and a lot of the thing is, like, with this recruiting, is I think a lot of the students believe they're getting into a design program.
Yep.
And then once we give our presentation and we explain, we're not a design program.
Nope.
You do design for your projects.
Yep.
But this is what we do, and you learn this, and you can use it in this industry. You can use it in this job. You can do whatever you want. And they're kind of like, oh.
What? Really?
Oh
my gosh.
This is what print is? So it's been really cool to, like, see that change. And we will still have people who want to go in design, and that's great. We need you.
We do.
And I really appreciate that you're in a print class and learning those print specifications.
Yes.
Like bleed.
Yep, like bleed.
You know, there's more, but bleed's kind of the big one for us.
The other thing that we really teach them is how the print industry is changing. And we really like to focus on the different aspects of print that are really growing, just like packaging.
True.
Packaging's really taking off.
It is, and that's something I have been passionate about for a while too. I love the packaging industry. I feel like that's where I'll end up one day. I just think that packaging is something that not many people think about. And we have this in our presentation.
Yep.
I mean, because to them, print is one thing, and we have to explain that, no, print isn't going anywhere. Print isn't just one thing. It's just shifting. And I think one of those shifts is going to be packaging. Packaging is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yep.
I mean, you walk into a grocery store. I love telling them this. I'm like, you walk into a grocery store, and everything is in a package. It doesn't matter if it's a cardboard box, if it's a plastic tub, it's all packaging. And it all has color. Like, can you imagine walking into a grocery store and there's just no color?
No.
You don't know what anything is because there's no labels. You don't know how much it is because there's no price tag. So packaging is just going to be a huge industry for us for years to come. I mean, especially now that we can do all these embellishments and you can have fun packaging and you can do the embossing and the foiling and do something eye-grabbing. And with that, I mean, sustainability is huge, like sustainability in packaging, recyclable
Oh my
products.
gosh, sustainability is massive. This might be a slight hot take, but I really get frustrated when, like, the sustainability claims are just greenwashing.
Yeah.
I done a lot of research in this, and I think it's really interesting because a lot of companies want to be environmentally friendly. They want to be 100% recyclable, and then you go in and you do the research, and it's not. We actually had CMP Paper Company. They came in and they kind of talked to us about this, and I was like, yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy how some companies will just slap on an environmentally friendly label and call it okay, and it's kind of crazy. It kind of is frustrating, I especially think, to the people who are so environmentally conscious.
Yeah. No, because there's a lot of, rules you have to follow to
There's
even,
a ton of rules.
truly be, a sustainable material or product or whatever it is that you're creating.
Yeah, I know. I really just wish that they would be more transparent. Just be more transparent. If you're not going to do it, then you're not going to do it. But don't slap on a label.
Right. Even if you're, trying. You're like, yeah, we
Put
want
that out
to
there.
be.
Put that out there.
Well, if you're not there yet, don't brand yourself as being there.
No, you're not there yet. But even make a statement, yeah, this isn't fully there yet. But it's a big thing, and I especially think in our generation, being so environmentally conscious and aware, and especially us within the print industry, we hear it all the time, and about how print is killing trees and all this, which we all know is not true. But when you fight so hard for something, you want to keep that good rap of, we are actually sustainable, we are actually environmentally friendly, and you gotta keep our, I don't know what the word is, skin in the game. You gotta keep your skin in the game.
I've never heard that before.
You've never heard skin in the game?
I've never heard that before.
The print industry has really worked so hard on a lot of things. And I hate to see things go, because you see the statistics of the sustainability, and you also see the statistics of how print marketing is really beneficial.
It's been making a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people have been preferring print.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think people realize how important the tactile advantage of print is.
Yep.
I mean, it's so underrated. In my opinion, that could be a hot take, but I don't think it is. I mean, there's so many studies out there that show people retain more information from print than their screens. However, most marketers continue to do mainly digital, which is great. I mean, social media is a fantastic resource.
Yep.
You can reach so many more people, but there's nothing like seeing something, feeling it, touching it, and seeing it, in person. And if it's got your name on it, or if it's got, it's just seeing something, you pull something out of the mail, sure, you're probably going to just throw it away, but you've seen it, and you have that name in your head. I mean, I associate things with color, which we found out the other day.
Yep.
We're playing
𝐓𝐴𝐷𝐞. Love 𝐓𝐴𝐷𝐞.
I love that game. I was really good at that game. But yeah, I feel like people want print. They don't think they do until they have it. And I just think it's so underused as a marketing resource.
Yeah, and further to your point, you were talking about getting stuff in the mail. I've heard people say this all the time. You physically, even if it's junk mail, you physically have to take it out of your mailbox. You physically have to bring it inside, throw it in your trash. You are looking at that piece when you throw it away. And like you said, when they have your name on it, that makes a lasting impression. We're actually taking a variable data class right now.
Yes, we are.
And I feel like it's underutilized in a lot of ways, because there's a lot of things that you can do with it.
For sure.
Besides just slapping a name on there. We talked about in class your buying decisions. You give coupons based on what you're purchasing. I always think of Meijer and their coupons. My mom gets them in the mail every month, and they're supposed to be personalized based on what she's purchased.
Yep. Yeah.
Stuff like that. She still shops she'd shop at Meijer either way. But
well, that's just brand loyalty.
Loyalty, that's another thing. But that, I feel like, helps a lot, because she's like, oh, I did like those, or, oh, I should get more of that because I have the coupons for it. So, honestly, expanding the way of using variable data, I feel like, is another big trend. And also, it's just a little underutilized at this point.
It is. I mean, variable data is just going to be huge also. Once we get that figured out and how to click with people, it's going to just take off. I mean,
100%.
Even just having your name on there gets you to read it. I mean, you see your name and you're like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
And then you're looking at it. And maybe if there's a QR code on there, you're scanning it to see what other information is out there.
Yeah.
All right. So I know we could probably talk about this forever, but we are nearing the end of this episode.
Yep.
So I'm going to say, I'm Tara.
I'm Mackenzie, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on
Talk More Print.